guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to do a first impressions review on a Flower Beauty eyeshadow palette. This is my first purchase from Flower Beauty. I have never tried anything from this brand. And I feel like part of the reason is because nothing really caught my attention. Every time I would go to the store, I would literally just pass by it. So I'm so excited to finally share with you guys a first impression on something that has to do with Flower Beauty, because this item really did catch my attention. And it's this palette right here. It's called Desert Lights. This eyeshadow palette retails for $17.99. At least that's what I purchased it for over at Ulta. There are 6 shades to choose from, and I believe they are the same formula. At least that's what it looks like from what I'm seeing here, because they are all pretty shimmery. The packaging is super simple. It's just a plastic case here, and on the back it has a sticker, which I am not quite a fan of the way that they stick this on here. I feel like it should have been the other way around. I feel like it's upside down. See, as you guys can see, this is the front, and as soon as you turn it over, you kind of have to then flip it to read. I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter as long as what is in here is a great product. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. These are stunning colors, especially for right now. I mean, I feel like this review should have been done back in September, but as you guys know, I am a mama now, and so I had my beautiful daughter in September. It was a pretty busy month and try to sit down and review this. September is the beginning of fall, and literally these colors bring me nothing but fall vibes. I'm going to swatch all of these shades on the back of my hand, starting with the first row lightest color. I have to turn this over to tell you what's the name of that shade, because it is never mentioned here on the front. You have Mirage, Soul, and Horizon. Moving on to the second row, we have Red Rocks, Sahara, and Terra. As I wipe off these eyeshadows, I do want to let you guys know that they are super glittery. I mean, I don't know how much the camera can pick up, but it is full of glitter. So my first impression on these shades are that they are super glittery, as I've mentioned already, and the pigmentation is absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that they applied on the back of my hand. The formula is very creamy. I don't know exactly how to describe it. If I had to compare this formula to something that's already out there, it would probably be the Super Shock eyeshadows from ColourPop. If you have any of those eyeshadows at home, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because they do have a different feel. It's just a different formula. They feel creamy and bouncy, almost like a gel, but it's not. If you haven't tried them out, I definitely do recommend you to at least purchase one so that you're able to know what I'm talking about. I skipped out on reading the back of this before trying it out, but it does claim here on the back that the texture on these eyeshadows are super creamy and blendable, and that these colors were inspired by the warm colors of the desert. That's probably why Kathleen ended up choosing the name of this palette to be Desert Lights. Makes sense. Love it. It's definitely not a golden cam review video if I don't wear one of these headbands. They're just iconic on here. I'm going to start by applying a little bit of primer, and this is by NYX. It's the Hydra Touch. Moving on to some foundation. This is by Wet n Wild. It's the Photo Focus. You guys already know how I feel about this. If you guys haven't seen my review video on this foundation, I definitely do encourage you guys to go and check it out. This is one of my favorite. I just keep repurchasing and using, and I'm just going to blend this out with a beauty sponge. This thing that you guys see right here, it is my baby's bassinet. I'm sorry, I did not want to move it for this video, and I think it's going to stay here for my other videos as well. It's just too much trying to move it and then putting it back. Apply just a little bit more. My baby doesn't have her own room, and right now I feel like it's not even necessary because she is sleeping right next to me on her bassinet, and that's the way I would have wanted it even if I had my own home or apartment. So yeah, I just find it more convenient for this to just stay here. And I apologize if that's not a nice view. I mean, but everything else in the back is not even that precious as it was before in my other videos. Like that nice brick wall that I had. Man, I do miss it. I miss it. I miss it very much. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to be using e.l.f.'s Hydrating Camo Concealer. And now that I touched up on the topic of housing, this whole process of trying to purchase a home is seriously insane. I mean, I didn't know how hard and how, I guess, long the process is. I always thought it was not as long. It's crazy. But hopefully soon, I can give you guys an update. And yeah, moving on to my brows, I'm just going to use this NYX brow pencil. I haven't purchased anything new when it comes to beauty products, especially makeup. Babies are expensive. Every time I go to the store and I want to purchase something for myself, I end up, just forgetting about it or leaving it and buying something for my baby. I go nuts. There are so many cute things. Like, I don't need any more blankets. Baby Leia doesn't need any more blankets. But they're so cute. Just enjoying being a first-time mama. I feel like everyone does the same thing of just purchasing things that they really don't need. But I mean, she's only little for so long, and I'm just enjoying the whole process, The first shade I'm going to use for my eyes is going to be very simple. I want to keep it that way because the center of attention of this look is definitely going to be a shade from the Desert Lights palette. So I'm going to start by using this shade right here, and I'm going to apply this on my crease and then just blend it out. As I'm applying this eyeshadow, I'm just sitting here thinking about how long it's going to take me to edit this video. I mean, it's been such a long time. It's been a long, long time that I haven't sat down, to do video, I really don't know how I'm going to do it moving forward with my baby, trying to balance out time. I know that it's going to get easier. That's what every mama tells me. It's just going to get easier. It's going to get easier. Hopefully by then I'll get the hang of things a little bit better. Time managing everything. Just be patient and hopeful as I am that I'm going to be uploading a lot more very soon. I'm going to move on to the Desert Lights palette, and I think I want to use the shade Horizon, which is this one. This gold right here is just gorgeous. I mean, all of these colors I love. I'm going to apply this shade with my finger on the lid, and I didn't want to use any concealer because I really want to see how it applies without it. That's how it looks, just one swatch, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply some more. I want to see how intense this color can get. I'm really loving how this looks. Do you guys see that? It's just simple yet very beautiful. I feel like one swatch is more than enough to get that intense look, but if you go in for a second swatch, I feel like it just looks better. I'm going to try out another shade, and I think I'm going to use the lightest one on here, which is in the shade Mirage. It's this one right here. I'm going to apply a little bit of this with a brush on the inner corner of my eyes. It still looks very nice, but I feel like this goes on a lot nicer and a lot smoother when the application is with a finger. All right, so this is how my eyes look with that second shade from the palette. I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I will be back to give you guys my final thoughts on the eyeshadow palette. All right, you guys, so this is my final look. I love how simple this looks. I don't have much to say anymore. I feel like everything I said earlier was definitely part of that first impression. I'm so happy that I finally tried out something from Flower Beauty. $17.99 is not a bad price, but I feel like there are other palettes out there that are more affordable for more shades. So it's just something to think about. The shades are beautiful. They are creamy. They are pigmented. I mean, what else can you ask for? It's definitely worth it. So for me, it's a thumbs up. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all. If you like this video, I invite you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I had a great time with you all, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!